It's about that time. What's happening in your city? You got love for your city? Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
And that it is. It is snowing. It is snowing outside. I have to say, though, the minute you cross over the Torrington line into Litchfield, it's like two different worlds. There's probably an inch or two on the ground in Litchfield already.
Yep.
This is wild.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And unfortunately, I think it might have caused a little delay.
Yes,
taping
it
of the
certainly
show
did.
tonight. But Doug and, as always, Dan are Johnny on the spot, making sure that everything is geared up and ready to go. So,
And we're still able to bring you the show tonight.
That's right. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of CT Views.
CT Views.
Brought to you every Tuesday evening right here at your local cable access Altice Channel 5, 6 p.m., 7 p.m. with reruns at on Saturdays at 9 a.m. and Sundays at 3 p.m. So if you have an opportunity to check it out, we encourage you to do so. And it's just one of those days, man. It's like, you go through Thanksgiving and, it's like you're trying to heal up from all, and then next thing you know, it's Christmas.
Thanksgiving, and then you have birthdays right after Thanksgiving.
Birthday girl.
It was my birthday yesterday, so.
Happy birthday to you.
You know what, though? Thank you. Go ahead. That it sucks being on a Monday.
Yeah.
I really wanted some Greek food for my birthday.
Oh, I know.
So many restaurants were closed.
You were hankering.
Yes,
hankering.
I was.
I think we got a call already.
We got a caller already.
Let's get our call on, but let's take this opportunity to give a shout out to our sponsors as well.
Okay.
And we want to thank our sponsors for allowing us to bring you quality community programming each and every week. Want to give a big shout out to our big city sponsors, Toth Insurance Agency, 1151 East Main Street, Torrington, Connecticut. Better protection, better value. They can be reached at 860-496-7771 or at Toth, Tothins at optonline.net. Also, Mel Brickman and Health Markets, located at 16 McDermott Avenue, Suite Number 1, Torrington, Connecticut.
Better call Mel.
He can be reached at 860-307-1128 or also at healthmarkets.com/local -health-ins. That's a long one. Also, the Northwest Connecticut Area Chamber of Commerce, located at 59 Field Street, Suite 120 in Torrington. The Chamber is the place to be, and they can be reached at 860-482-6586. And lastly, to Dr. Michael Curry, located at 30 Peck Road, Suite 2105, Torrington, Connecticut. Pediatric care for over 50 years. He can be reached at 860-482-8177 or at torringtonpediatrics.com.
All right, and we're going to go straight into our caller here.
Uh-oh.
Who do we have on the phone? Karen, is that you?
It's me. How are you?
We're good. We're so sorry. We're running behind on the show. The snow up in Litchfield kind of threw us for a loop, and we started the show late today.
But you...
I can imagine. I looked out the window, and the roads were covered, and it wasn't 2 minutes ago, so I understand. So how is everyone?
But you're right on time as always, Karen.
I'm trying.
I'm so glad that we were at least able to talk to you on today's show because as we look back over the last year and chart out our progress and whatnot, we really, really miss you on the show. And you just brought so much to the show. And we know that you have a very, very busy plate. But we just want to thank you for the time that you spent with us. And it's great having you on tonight.
Well, thank you. It was my honor to be amongst you all, and I wish you all the success. And, if I get time sometime, I'd love to pop back on one time, maybe after the holidays or next year. So thank you so much.
No problem.
We'd love to have you on.
So what's happening at Friendly Hands?
What's not happening? Having a good time with the holidays. We just wrapped up our Thanksgiving giveaway where we fed over 1,100 people, or 1,100 families.
Congrats.
So that went well. We are now in full swing with our Christmas season. One of the new things we're doing is we are giving out to all of our clients Christmas food baskets. We've never done that after we wrap up Thanksgiving. Sometimes it's hard, but we did implement that this year, so everyone will be getting either a turkey or a ham and the fixins to go with it. So that's new. And then one of the other programs we're working on is we're partnering with the Sullivan Senior Center and the Meals on Wheels program, and we are providing, we're looking for donations actually, of miniature stockings. And what we're going to do is we're going to fill the stockings with goodies for our seniors that receive the Meals on Wheels every day. And sometimes, the drivers that bring the Meals on Wheels to the seniors' homes, that's the only contact they have with the outside is somebody bringing them a hot meal. So we thought we'd try to brighten their Christmas a little bit by adding a little Christmas stocking. So that's another thing that we're working on as well for the holiday season.
Well, Karen, I don't own any stockings, but I got some old socks here, man. I can contribute to the program.
He's got some holy socks. We don't need the holy.
Yeah, the holy ones we got to skip, but that was very kind of you.
Now, Karen, you said mini stockings. Do you mean, because, I have mini ones, but my mini ones are just big enough to hold like a gift card. You're talking about bigger than that, though.
Like maybe about 7-8 inches. We kind of, got the specs off of Amazon. So we looked at 7 or 8 inches, and you could put like a candy cane, a little bit of candy or something like that. So just the mini ones. We can't overfill a lot of them. We don't have the means or the resources, but I have to say that Northwest Connecticut has been coming through. People are sending us stockings and candy and things to put in there. So we just want to brighten up their spirits a little bit. So anything that anybody can do in that area, we're just excited to share, along with the Sullivan Senior Center and their Meals on Wheels program.
Well, Karen, that's one thing that I see that Friendly Hands does very effectively when you partner and collaborate with other community entities. It seems that that kind of creates your wheelhouse to get the word out, and both to get the word out and to receive information about what the need is out there.
Absolutely. And, collaborations are key, Jacque. They are key amongst agencies and amongst other businesses, not only for us to benefit, but for the community. When we get our information out or we collaborate with another agency, that's that many more people that we're able to reach and give them information about our services. And, our two of the populations that Friendly Hands, all of the population that we serve, we love all of our clients. But two of the most vulnerable that we've found are the veterans and the seniors, and oftentimes they're left by the wayside. So that is a focus of Friendly Hands, to make sure that we're letting them get access to food and programs and things that they need.
That's fantastic. The mission continues.
The mission continues. Our new building, I'll just give everyone an update because I know everybody's wondering. We did finally purchase 789 Winsted Road in Torrington. That is the old Nautilus gym. We purchased the entire complex, so that is now owned by Friendly Hands. some of you may have driven by and seen the signs, we will be opening. We're looking at spring or summer of 2025. We're just getting underway with construction, and I will make sure that Coryse, who is one of our board members at Friendly Hands now, I will make sure that Coryse brings updates as she gets them each month for the viewing audience.
Well, I'm really excited about that because your former place, well, actually you're still working out of the space on King Street.
Right.
This will allow you to really expand and grow and meet the oncoming needs of the community. And we don't know what the future holds and what type of services that you might need to implement.
Right. And we're just, right now, Jacque, because you've been down there, you've even done some recordings down there and TVs, for your show. We're working outside. So Friendly Hands Food Bank is now working out of a 1,300 square foot building. We do have the top floor, but that's basically useless because the stairs. So all of the food and the operations with the clients come out of 1,300 square feet downstairs. And the amount of people, we're feeding over 11,000 mouths per month, 11,000. And what we're doing is we have to utilize the driveway. So we are out in the elements. So on Thursday, when they're predicting snow, we will be out there, wheeling the carriages out, working with the clients, and, it really prevents us from actually, doing a great job because we're weathering the elements, trying to store things, bring, people in. It's a difficult task. So once our new building is renovated and ready for us to move in, it really will be great, not only for us, but for our clients and members of the community because we have a lot of programs planned.
Well, when you talk about programs planned, I think that there might be one or two things that we want to discuss with you as well, because the mission at Friendly Hands Food Bank is so robust, and it's at a time when, the needs of the community, despite what a lot of people are feeling, seem to be increasing. So
right.
We want to definitely work with you and use some of our resources that we have to make sure that you get the word out for the community to know where those resources are.
That'll be great, and you can all look forward to an invitation to our grand opening when that comes about, and maybe you guys can come and do a live or something, or even just a clip or something. We would love that. So to all of you, not just my former co-host, but to everybody on City Views that's watching, Friendly Hands Food Bank and myself, Karen Thomas, would like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a healthy and prosperous New Year.
Well, from all of us here at CT Views, we return right back at you.
I love it. I love it. So you guys have a fabulous night, and thank you for having me.
Thanks you so
Karen.
much, Karen.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
And I think we're going to prepare for a little information segment with one of the team players here, our field correspondents, Pascal Nijane. And I think she might have a little word or two for all you out there in the market looking for a home.
Yeah, somewhere to stay warm.
Have you seen headlines talking about the increase in foreclosures in today's housing market? If so, they may leave you feeling a bit uneasy about what's ahead. But remember, these clickbait titles don't always give you the full story. The truth is, if you compare the current numbers with what usually happens in the market, you'll see there's no need to worry. Let's put the headlines into perspective. The increase the media is calling attention to is misleading. That's because they're only comparing the most recent numbers to a time where foreclosures were at historic lows. And that's what's making it sound like a bigger deal than it is. In 2020 and 2021, the moratorium and forbearance program helped millions of homeowners stay in their homes, allowing them to get back on their feet during a very challenging period. And when the moratorium came to an end, there was an expected rise in foreclosures. But just because foreclosures are up, it doesn't necessarily mean that the housing market is in trouble. Instead of comparing today's numbers with the last few abnormal years, it's better to compare to long-term trends, specifically to the housing crash, since that's what people worry will happen again. Take a look at this graph. It uses foreclosure data from Adam, a property data provider, to show foreclosure activity has been consistently lower since the crash in 2008. So, while foreclosure filings are up in the latest report, it's clear this is nothing like it was back then. In fact, we're not even back at the levels we had seen in more normal years like 2019. As Rick Sharga, founder and CEO of the C.J. Patrick Company, explains, foreclosure activity is still only at about 60% of pre-pandemic levels. That's largely because buyers today are more qualified and less likely to default on their loans. Delinquency rates are still low, and most homeowners have enough equity to keep them from going into foreclosure. As Molly Bozel, principal economist at CoreLogic, says, U.S. mortgage delinquency rates remained healthy in October, with the overall delinquency rate unchanged from a year earlier and the serious delinquency rate remaining at a historic low. Borrowers in later stages of delinquencies are finding alternatives to defaulting on their home loans. The reality is, while increasing, the data shows a foreclosure crisis is not where the market is today or where it's headed. Bottom line is, even though the housing market is experiencing an unexpected rise in foreclosures, it's nowhere near the crisis levels seen when the housing bubble burst. If you have questions about what you're hearing or reading about the housing market, let's connect.
Pascal giving some information there.
Bringing us the knowledge.
Yeah, man. And, that's still the American dream, being able to own your home and being independent and, making it happen for yourself and your family.
That's right.
It's still possible. It can be done. Don't give up on your dream. Keep hope alive.
Jacque, I'm trying to stay awake here. I'm sorry. Why, you make this big Thanksgiving dinner and with turkey and you end up having all this leftover for days. Why did I eat turkey an hour before I came here tonight?
Because you addicted to tryptophan. That's why. Don't be asking me no silly questions. You get a silly answer. Tryptophan, girl. You should have thought about tryptophan.
Good thing, that's why I got my coffee.
Yeah, okay.
I got to drink some coffee to stay awake.
Yeah, okay.
Got to drink some coffee to stay awake.
I didn't know they put tryptophan in coffee, though. First time for everything.
No, they don't.
They're mixing it up.
But are you going to ask me about my beautiful shirt I have on? Does everyone see that shirt?
Well, now that you've taken your coat off, I was like, I know it's cold and everything, but I
cold.
knew at some point, I'm like, she going to let it all hang out. She ain't going to keep that coat on the whole show. I don't care how cold it is in here.
So my little one.
She's got a glitter.
I got a, glitz and glamour. My little one bought me this for my birthday.
You're kidding me.
No.
He's a sharp young man.
He chose it out.
Yeah.
And he said, that would look beautiful on Mommy, he said.
Aww.
So
he's so adorable.
He is. So
yeah.
he's loving and he's very overprotective of me.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It makes sense.
His big brother tried to give me a hug last night and he said, no, Mommy, only me.
That's a different kind of civil rivalry. I ain't heard of that kind before. That's something new to me.
So, yeah, but I love my shirt, my pretty shirt that he got me. I thought it was really nice, and I figured I'd wear it tonight for you all to see and enjoy.
Yeah, nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
And it's about that time, the bottom of the hour. You know what we do?
We do our sponsors.
That's
again.
right. Big shout out to our big city sponsors. And we want to give a big shout out to Toth Insurance Agency, located at 1151 East Main Street, Torrington, Connecticut. Better protection, better value. He can be reached at 860-496-7771 or at TOTHINS@optonline.net. Mel Brickman and Health Markets, located at 16 McDermott Avenue, Suite number 1 in Torrington, Connecticut. Better call Mel. I kind of tricked up Coryse on that one. Hopefully she didn't spit up her coffee. He can be reached at 860-307-1128. or at healthmarkets.com/local-health-ins. Also, the Northwest Connecticut Area Chamber of Commerce, located at 59 Field Street, Suite 120, Torrington, Connecticut. The Chamber is the place to be. They can be reached at 860-482-6586. And last, but certainly not least, Dr. Michael Curry, located at 30 Peck Road, Suite 2105 in Torrington, Connecticut. Pediatric care for over 50 years. He can be reached at 860-482-8177 or at torringtonpediatrics.com. So thank you so much to our sponsors. We couldn't do this without you.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Sure.
Jacque, there's so many things coming up. The month of December is
It's Christmas time, girl. What do you expect?
Crazy busy. I mean, and apart from that, we also want to invite you and to check out our Facebook page. There are some new segments that we've done. We have a segment from when we were at the Film and Television Conference.
Yep.
We have a segment with Carolyn Payne.
Yep.
We have an interview with Chase Dillon. And if those of you who do not know Chase Dillon was the star, the child star in Haunted Mansion, the new Haunted Mansion, which came out a couple of years ago, which was a great production. They did a great job on that remake of Haunted Mansion. But yeah, we have some new clips for everyone to check out. So make sure you visit our Facebook page as well to check out those interviews.
Yeah. Tracy, who manages our Facebook page, does a tremendous job in making sure that you guys get everything that's taken place with Culture for a Cause and our initiatives, programs, and events. So it's always a good thing to check that out and see what's going on in the community.
What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz?
Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? I want to. Excuse me.
As Jacque breaks out in song and dance.
Yeah, I can't help myself sometimes, but it must be the holiday spirit.
It's got to be the holiday spirit. Again, like we said, holiday spirit. December is a busy month. From, like I said, we interviewed Carolyn Payne. Carolyn Payne is the producer and director of a funky nutcracker called Sweet and Spicy, not S-W-E-E-T, but S-U-I-T-E. Play on words there. But Nutcracker Sweet and Spicy, and I believe that's December 14th and 15th at the Wadsworth Athenaeum. So please go buy your tickets. You can go directly to her website, carolynpayne.com, where you can purchase tickets, or you can go to her dance company's website, which is kineticdance.com. I'll have to make sure I get that for you. But
ConnecticutDance.com?
No, Kinetic.
Oh, Kinetic. Oh, I get it.
It's a play on words again.
Kinetic.
Yes.
I get it.
Dealing with movements and also Connecticut.
Like doing the robot.
But that's going to be a very fun show. The Sunday show, at the very end, they actually invite the entire audience to go up on stage and to just, connect with all the dancers and the performers. So that's going to be a great show to see, along with, we know Nutmeg does their Nutcracker Ballet as well every year. I also have an event coming up, which is December 14th in the Civic Center. Do you know where the Civic Center is in Torrington? It's that building inside Co Park.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be doing a carnival headpiece making activity December 14th from 12 to 2 p.m. So I invite you all to, it's also up on the Culture for a Cause website, and make sure you check that out. Come on down, bring the kids. They can make fun carnival headpieces. It's a nice craft to do. I'll even have Christmas colors if you want to make more of a Christmas funky carnival headpiece. You can certainly do that as well. But
I got to give you props on that because Coryse is multi-talented. And I remember it was a few years ago on my radio show. She came in with these headpieces that were so big we couldn't even get them into the studio. I'm like, who's going to put this on? They were huge. People thought we were getting ready to do a war dance or something. but they were beautiful and wonderfully made. And when I have an opportunity to check out Coco's dancers, I check out the reaction of the audience because they're also like awed. And when they were able to make their own hair headpieces and try them on and whatnot, it's like you can see them almost kind of like puff up, and like strut around like
Yeah.
they're kind of cool. But yeah, you do a great job with that, and then the choreography for your dancers and whatnot. It's just part of your talent display, and we're just very fortunate to be able to support you in that endeavor.
Thank you. And I look forward to doing more of the Coco's Caribbean Connection events throughout, not just Torrington, but throughout the state. Five Points Arts Gallery just called me today, and they want to do a couple of my workshop events. So that's exciting. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I think too, you have like the headdresses, and then you have the dancers, and then you have a book that goes along with that as well. Coco's
Carnival Connection.
I was going to say Coco's, but to me it's like Coco's Adventures, because you could turn that into like one of those cartoons real quick.
Listen, it is going to be Coco's Adventures, because I am in the works of making another book on Coco's Adventures in Trinidad. Just to give you a little hint, Trinidad was really big in the coffee and cocoa industry, and my family is still a large part of the cocoa industry in Trinidad. So the next book is going to be, I believe, Cocoa and the Magic Cocoa Bean, maybe.
Like Jacque and the Beanstalk. Jacque meets Coco in the bean country.
But these aren't jumping beans. This is cocoa beans, okay? Coco and the Magic Cocoa Bean. So I do have that in the works. That's going to be part 2 in Coco's Adventures, like you said. That's exactly how I viewed Coco's Adventures. Well, every time I went back to Trinidad, it was another adventure. It was another discovery about my culture and my heritage. Yeah. And I want to be able to share that with everyone. It's fun times.
Well, it's a beautiful culture, and you represent it so well. And I think that people that have the opportunity to check out the exhibit will definitely enjoy it. Are we supposed to be getting a phone call here?
Do we have a caller on the line?
Do we have a caller on the line?
I got to put my glasses on to see. Sorry. He's on the line. All right, let's take this call.
Is that my main man, Ted Schaefer?
I'm on the line.
Hi, Ted.
He's on the lineman for the county.
That's right. I'm Glenn Campbell.
You'll have to
Glenn Campbell wannabe.
You got to excuse me, Ted, because there's something about snow when it comes down for the first time.
Yeah.
It kind of sends me on this nostalgic trip through the songs and images of yesteryear.
And also, you sound a little giddy. I was trying to think of the word. Nostalgic and a little giddy. I'm getting it all tonight.
You can blame Coryse for the giddiness, okay?
Okay. Somebody's giddy in the room over there.
Well, Ted, thank you so much for calling into the show tonight, man. I think it's, actually it's past time that we had you on the show, because you and I work so closely together at the Northwest Connecticut Area Chamber of Commerce, and Ted is the treasurer for the chamber, and I think that we have both kind of seen how the chamber has really evolved over the years, and how it's become just a vital component of our community.
Totally agree. I was looking up the history, for our chat tonight, the history of the Chambers of Commerce. It was pretty interesting. It actually originated just as our country was starting, but it came over from Europe. It actually started in France with the same type of mission that it has here in all the support for all types of businesses. And one of the first few that got started originally was in New Haven, which is pretty cool.
Wow.
It has strong roots in New England, and all these years it has been such a mainstay of for communities, for people's quality of life, and all the types of businesses that we all interact with.
I think
interesting stuff.
Indeed, it is, and I think we're fortunate here in the Northwest Corner to have the traditions that our current president and CEO has laid out for us. I just got back a little while ago from the Capitol for the services for former Governor Jody Rell, and her son Mike Rell is a lobbyist for our Government Relations Committee, and when you put the whole thing into context, you see how many tentacles that Joanne has been able to put out in the community, so that this connective tissue actually becomes a binding point for recognizing the resources and the value proposition that the chamber offers.
Yeah, well stated, Jacque. Yeah, I mean, it's so, and as you're talking about all of that, we can start to think about the generational effect.
Right.
In the Northwest Corner, so many, there are family businesses that are multi-generational that have had the same experiences with with the chamber over all these years. So we are definitely all connected on this.
Yeah, and I think any type of business that's membership based, is going to have to make an appeal to the community, so that you can actually have contributions and participation from the community. And I think that's where, as we go forward, it's going to be an issue that, all types of organizations like that are going to have to face. And that's why the generational appeal, I think, it becomes even more important. And, as you, adapt to those changes, you, especially for the chamber, I think you want to continue to make that connection between young people and small businesses. And that's an aspect of growth that I think that we can capitalize on.
Absolutely. Looking back at the history, even though it's evolved and changed with the times, and that's going to keep on happening, it's always been a membership-based organization all across the United States. And that's how we connect with each other. It's that kind of support. It's that kind of association. And so it'll always be that way. Everybody will all be in it together. I think that's a good way of looking at it.
I think that's the best way to look at it, because otherwise we ain't in it together. You can't have it both ways, You're either in it together or you ain't in it together.
That's right. It's not a spectator sport. You got to jump in and be a participant.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The chamber to me is just like, it's a great organization full of resources, and they do offer little meetup groups and just from the events, and it's always a place where you can just go down and feel at home and meet other business owners, and it's just so friendly and warm. I love the whole vibe of the Northwest Chamber.
Although I do think a lot of that is predicated on Joanne and her leadership, and she places a high standard on making sure that atmosphere is created, so that people and businesses can network and get to know each other, and not have to feel intimidated, or have to feel apprehensive, and not to let themselves be vulnerable enough to share their business experience with other businesses who may have uh, areas of expertise in those businesses.
Or to mentor and offer help. And
Absolutely,
yeah.
I think that's vitally important, and having that kind of open door, um, red carpet welcoming, I think speaks volumes for Joanne and the leadership that she's laid out for us over the years.
Totally agree.
So, Ted,
Yeah.
we're going to have to do this a little more often.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure. But Ted, tell us, there are some events coming up at the chamber.
There are.
Yeah, especially
This is a great month to be interactive with the chamber. Everyone, it's definitely the vibe. It's everyone's looking to celebrate the end of a good year. So as I kind of look at the schedule, I see December 19th, our annual holiday celebration.
And where's that going to be this year?
This year it's going to be at the Raymond Family Farm, which is marvelous. It's a marvelous place, marvelous family business. It's on the Torrington, New Hartford line. It's on the official address is 18 Ramstein Road. And it's from 5 to 8 p.m.
Is that the one that's right down from Home Depot?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Beautiful
And,
farm.
The family has told the chamber any guests that would like to go, they will take care of everything.
Wow.
All you need to do is bring yourself, and the chamber, part of its roots, its DNA is in the community, in charity. So we will be accepting $10 donations that will be given to community charities. So we're really looking forward to this. So definitely circle that date in your calendars, 5 to 8 p.m. at the Raymond Family Farm.
Can't wait.
Well, I'm just going to let everybody know they better get there before I do because I'm eating everything. All right, I'm just warning you. I'm eating everything.
Yeah.
You got fresh produce from the farm. I'm getting all my daily nutrition requirements in one single serving.
I drive by that farm so often, and every time I drive by, there's a wonderful event taking place. You can see the lights, the way they light it up, and every single time I'm like, man, I wish I was invited to one of those events. I want to just see that farm. It's such a beautiful spread. So I can't wait for the 19th. I will be there with bells on.
Just leave your tryptophan at home, girl.
A lot of folks to celebrate. Yeah.
We got to remind Coryse to leave her tryptophan at home.
I know, Ted, I had turkey just before I came, and I can tell you that I'm feeling very tired.
I bet. My goodness.
I guess nobody told her.
You're enjoying the holidays.
I guess nobody told her about the effects of tryptophan. I've been trying to educate her on it, but she.
But it's turkey. It was just sitting there staring at me, saying, "Eat me, eat me." So I had to.
That's a cop out.
I know there's gonna be music at this annual holiday celebration. But even if you hear Jacque humming a tune, it's gonna be amazing.
Yep. I can't wait. I can't wait for that event.
Now, the other thing I was looking at the calendar, is the hope for the holidays, just month-long, almost a month-long happening. That's a great tradition through the holiday season. I don't know if you guys want to jump in on that. That's involved the chamber and
Okay.
and the radio. I don't know. What do you think?
I think maybe.
Yeah,
We just might.
Yeah. Anything is possible. And nothing is impossible.
Is it not?
That's right.
Yeah. I'm coming up with all these little phrases tonight. I don't know.
You are.
I don't know.
I'm quite impressed.
I was inspired by something, but I just can't figure out what it was.
By my flashy blouse.
It could be, yeah. Coryse is so glammed out over here that I guess it just inspired me to new levels.
Ted, I'm wearing one of the birthday presents that my 4-year-old gave me. It's a nice glittery top.
Yeah.
Yes, beautiful.
Something that you would definitely see at a ballroom blitz.
or at our holiday celebration.
Or at the holiday celebration. But now I wore it on like on the air. I can't wear this on to that.
Yeah.
But,
I know.
She's
We'll
so
have to see
vain.
what we can do.
She's
Yeah.
so vain. She thinks the blouse is about her.
There we go again, Ted.
Yes.
There we go again.
Another meaningless musical reference.
Yeah.
But Ted,
So I just wanted to, Jacque, I just want to thank you for all your friendship and support and professionalism this year as I came on board in this treasurer position. And I just been glad that I've been able to help out, so many good people. And I look forward to next year. And we're already busy planning and working out all the finances. So, really looking forward to that. Next year is going to be a really good year.
Well, definitely, Ted, it's been a pleasure working with you, and I hope that our friendship continues for years to come.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ted Schaefer, right here on CT Views, the main man making it happen at the Northwest Connecticut Area Chamber of Commerce. Y'all heard? Spread the word.
thank you, Ted.
Well, thank you to your listeners, and I wish everybody happy holidays and a really healthy new year.
We'll see you back soon,
Alrighty,
bro.
we'll see you at the holiday party.
All right. We'll see you there.
Bye
Thanks,
now.
Ted.
Bye-bye.
All right, Ted Schaefer.
Ted Schaefer. Ted Schaefer.
And that holiday party news, I can't wait. That is December 19th at the Raymond Family Farm in New Hartford, which is right down from Home Depot. Beautiful spread, 5 to 8 p.m., I believe.
Yep.
So, yeah, come on down, everyone. Enjoy some appetizers, food, drinks with us. It'll be a great night.
Some corny jokes from me, for sure. We want to take this opportunity to do our T-Town shout-outs.
It's that time.
All right. We want to thank these businesses just for their community involvement, for what they do. We just want to tip our hat to you and show you our gratitude. Want to give a big shout out to Dawn's Getaway, 24 Winstead Road, Torrington, Connecticut. Christie's Restaurant, 545 Winstead Road in Torrington. Health Insurance Services, located at 438 in Main Street, Torrington. Wall and Fraunhofer, located at 117 Main Street in Torrington. SOL Latina Cafe, located at 31 Hungerford Street, Torrington. Jimmy Stores at 1238 East Main Street, Torrington. 5 Points Art Center at 855 University Drive. George's Music at 905 New Harrington Road in Torrington. We want to thank you for your support of CT Views.
Yeah.
All right. And last but certainly not least, our wonderful sponsors, the big city sponsors. We want to give a shout out to Toth Insurance Agency, 1151 East Main Street, Torrington, Connecticut. Better protection, better value. You can be reached at 860-496-7771 and also at TOTHINS at optonline.net. Mel Brickman and Health Markets, located at 16 McDermott Avenue, Suite number 1, Torrington, Connecticut. Better call Mel. He can be reached at 860-307-1128 and at healthmarkets.com/local-health-INS. And the Northwest Connecticut Area Chamber of Commerce, located at 59 Phil Street, Suite 120 in Torrington, Connecticut. The Chamber is the place to be. They can be reached at 860-482-6586. And last but certainly not least, Dr. Michael Curry, located at 30 Peck Road, Suite 2105 in Torrington, Connecticut. Pediatric care for over 50 years. That's a long time. He can be reached at 860-482-8177 or at torringtonpediatrics.com.
That's older than I am.
Oh, indeed it is.
By a lot.
By it is. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Yes, it is. And listen, guys, we've got a great program planned for you for the next couple of weeks. We are going to probably be doing our show live from Christmas Village. We also will be doing a live show from not the Polar Express. What is it
The
called?
North Pole.
The North Pole Express, which is the train ride from Naugatuck, which is going to be an absolutely amazing train ride. Stay tuned. Look for us on the road next Saturday, or this Saturday, actually,
Yep.
um, for the Christmas Village Parade. We will be live from that as well. So stay tuned. We've got a lot of exciting shows. We also will have Santa live on December 17th on that show. So if your child would like to call in, please take our number down. It's 860-361-9985. I think I read that correctly without my glasses on. So make sure you take that number down, call in on the show on December 17th, have your child call in and tell Santa what they want for Christmas.
Oh my goodness. I think I might do that myself.
Yes. Actually, you know what? Not the show number. The number to call is 860-325-0791. I'm sorry, I misspoke. The number to call again, 860-325-0791. That is to speak to Santa on December 17th.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that information. I know you tried to fool me, see? Try to give me the wrong numbers.
Because we don't want Jacque calling in.
You give Jacque the wrong number because he's going to take all the gifts from the kids. He's going to be like the Grinch that stole Christmas gifts. So, nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, we want to begin to put a wrap on the show. Coryse, thank you so much as always. It's a pleasure doing the show with you.
My pleasure.
And couldn't imagine doing it with anyone else.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway.
That doesn't mean you don't give me a Christmas present.
Oh, you be careful. Check your mail. Thank you guys so much. We want to thank Doug. We want to thank Dan. We want to thank our field team correspondents and all the people associated with Culture for a Cause, CT Views, and our other initiatives. Guys, stay tuned. Keep your eyes open for great stuff coming down the road.
Stay tuned.
In the meantime, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Because that's what it's doing.
Good night.
Good night, all.
Saviors,